Hey everyone, it's finally time for another update on the castle MOC. Stick around to the end to see all the progress we make in this video. But real quick, to keep getting updates on this series, make sure you are subscribed and like this video so I know that you're enjoying this. And now, let's start this video off with a bricklink order. So I got some these wedge plates that just are useful. I actually needed for a smaller MOC. Same with these rounded tiles, and then these plates these tiles I will need just because I'm gonna need a bunch of this light gray for the walkway. And then these I'm just always seeming to run out of, so I got some more of those in some different colors. A bunch of these masonry pieces just because I think I'm going to use them for the castle wall. And then these were just some other little parts that I think I found useful. Just these like stems, which I actually don't remember getting, but I guess I did. This hair piece, which I needed for another video idea that I had. And then these like wiry looking white pieces, which are good for some elven builds, and then these water pieces. And then a bunch of these because I want to do some flowers with this color, and they were pretty cheap, so I got a bunch of those. Some sand green cheese slopes. And a lot of these pieces these brown ones are pieces that I needed for a different build. But then some of these slopes I thought would be useful for the wall, the curved wall along the front. These arms I needed for the towers, to make the angle that they need to be. I use these arm pieces, so I needed a few more of those. And then a bunch of these pieces are all for the two towers because I needed a ton of these two wide cheese slopes for them, so I got a bunch of those and a bunch of the bricks that are gonna attach them. And then just some more headlight bricks, just a few of these tiles. This is not gonna go very far, but it helps. And then some other just wedge slopes and little pieces that I needed. Definitely some fun things in this haul, so I'm excited to go ahead and make some more progress on the towers and just some of the other things that I've been needing to do. So this is where we've left it off from the first video. Nothing really has changed in the meantime, so I'm just gonna grab my bin of bricks that I set aside that have all the pieces that I've been working with for this MOC, and we're gonna just try to make some progress. Okay, I'm starting to realize just how many parts are going to go into this tower. This is only 2 sections of one tower, and I have really gone through a lot of those parts I just got. So It's really parts intensive. But here's how it looks. I think it looks really cool. You can see now kind of what I was thinking with the windows here and how it makes a little cross. I might have to put something like darker behind it because you can see when I'm covering it, it looks a lot better and it looks not as good when, when I move my fingers away. So I might have to just put something dark back there, which is easy enough. And then you can see some of the detailing I had here just with some different colors to make it a little interesting. And this I thought was kind of cool how I made it so it actually kind of went over onto this other side here. I think that just works perfectly. And yeah, another little spot up there. It is a little bit like plain on the sides because I can't really use any masonry bricks or anything because there's only 2 plates between each snot brick. So the sides are a little bit plain. The only way I can really detail them is with these 1x1 round studs. But I think it looks pretty good. I want to see what it looks like now, kind of placed in there. So I'm going to turn that around and see what it looks like. But before I do that, I guess I also did just build up a little bit of this backing here. I decided I'm just going to ditch the idea of trying to make the back look good because that would take a lot more parts, and I'm already starting to feel a little bit stressed with the amount of parts that this is taking. So let's just turn this around and see what the towers are going to look like on the front. And you can see I did add the first wall of the tower here on the end, and then these are going to be the 2 middle ones. So this is really starting to look good. It's kind of cool seeing what this thing is actually gonna turn into, at least a little glimpse of it. I'm thinking, you know, we might come up a little bit taller here, and I still have to figure out how I'm gonna cap this off. But for now, I think I'm gonna take a break on building the castle walls and work on some other parts of this whole build. This wall was looking a little plain with all gray, and since there was a little color here, I wanted to kind of make it match, so I just decided to add a little bit of splash color onto this wall, and now I definitely think it looks a lot better, and I even kind of had it bleed down onto this pillar here, so that's looking a lot more detailed. Just been working on this cliff here just to finish off this corner because I wasn't really sure what to do with it because it was a little difficult. A bit of a tight squeeze with this wall just kind of ending suddenly. And then the pathway, of course, has to come through here. So there was just this little corner that I wasn't really sure how I was going to close off. Ooh, I'm breaking it. But I'm happy with how it's coming out. Just have a little pocket of water here. And yeah, just using some of these bigger pieces, these bigger slopes. It already kind of sort of looks like 2 separate little chunks there, but they do kind of blend together. But that's also what I'm wanting to play with back here, is trying to make it look like it is separate boulders that are kind of just laying there along the pathway before the cliffs go up, but we'll see how that turns out. But before we work on that, we're just going to go ahead and start the second tower just to get the foundations of it going, just because that would be really nice to have so I can kind of see where things need to be laid out a little bit better, and it's just going to be really nice to have the start of a second tower going. So I finished off this little rock area and I decided to just cover it in green so it looks like there's grass that's just kind of growing up there, and then the pathway is just going to kind of curve this way. So now I'm just going to work on finishing off the base of this just so we have a nice sturdy platform, and then we'll go from there. Not the prettiest thing ever, but it's solid, it's flat, a nice base to work off of. So there we go. Now it will be a lot easier to just build up some of the sides of these cliffs here and walls and whatever else we do up there. Okay, so I have started the foundations of the second tower here, and I kind of like using this technique with these like wedge plates and wedge tiles. I think it looks kind of nice like this slanted, just kind of layered rock as opposed to just slopes. So it varies it up a little bit. I think it looks interesting. And these white pieces are placeholders. I just need some dark gray and I couldn't find any, so those are placeholders. But I'm gonna have a little greenery over here, or like moss on the walls, a little rock that's kind of going up. I might play with that a little bit, or it might stay that way. We'll see. But now we can kind of see where the towers are gonna be, the spacing it's gonna have. And this is just gonna be nice because now, because I have this laid out, I'll be able to start building up the tower itself, but also I'll be able to start figuring out what is happening over here now that I know where that's gonna be. It may not be a lot of physical progress that we've made, but a lot of detailing progress just in some of the small details. This took me a long time even just to get these details going. So I hope you guys enjoyed just seeing some of these little things come together. That's gonna do it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. Here's another video for you while you wait for the next update, and I'll see you guys in the next one.